All right, I don't see anybody else in the waiting room right now. It looks like everybody's in. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I am Carla Tweed. I am the Executive Vice President here at the college, and I am your MC tonight. So one of the things that I want to do is welcome you. I want to let you know that this is going to be recorded so that we can share this information more broadly after the fact. You are muted, but if you have any questions, please use the chat feature so that we can answer them either during the webinar or Zoom meeting, I guess, or at the end, we will have time to answer some of those questions too. And to get started, I am going to turn this over to our president, Dr. Tani Dotson.
Thank you, Carla. Good afternoon, everyone. I am glad to see you on this gloomy and rainy day. Nonetheless, glad to see you. Just a couple of updates from me. I want to start by talking a little bit about spring. As you all know, spring registration is happening as we speak. That schedule has been set up in line with the state's guidance to allow us to operate our lab activities with limited face-to-face options. We used that guidance to create the schedule, and there should be limited impact to it. There may be instances where we have to adjust slightly, but I do expect generally that the schedule will stand. We do continue to monitor that situation. We get guidance from Dr. Liu and Dr. Rice at the Yuba Public Health Department regularly, and we adjust our activities in order to make sure that we're meeting expectations to provide a safe environment for our students as well as for all of our employees here at the college. That has meant that we've made some adjustments this fall, and we will continue to do that through the spring to make sure that we are doing everything we can to keep everybody safe, but also do our best to try and move everybody forward on their education journey. I wanted to also just give a shout out to a couple of activities that have happened this semester. It's certainly been a challenge to find ways to connect, but I've been really proud of the innovative ways that some of our students and employees have created opportunities to continue to do things. The first is the Whodunit play. Our theater department put on a really incredible Zoom-based play, and it was a murder mystery. My family and I actually had a chance to watch it and to vote in our living room about who we thought did the crime. And it was just a really great example of taking the circumstance that you are in and trying to do your best to try and move things forward. So huge shout out to them. Also a shout out to ASYC, and I know they're going to talk about this a little bit, but it's pouring down rain and it's very cold. And nonetheless, they were out there today doing a food drive to try and help our students in need have a Thanksgiving dinner. And I'm just really proud of them and our EOP&S staff for putting those baskets together for students in need. And you're going to hear a little bit more about that in a few minutes. We also are looking forward to our band. They're putting together a symphonic band concert. Again, finding innovative ways to use technology like Zoom to still connect with audiences in those instances. I'm just really proud of them. We've seen trivia, we saw Tolkien Week, we've seen a lot of ideas come to fruition, quickly throughout the semester to keep everybody involved and engaged. And a huge shout out to you for keeping us Yuba College proud. Also, in the last couple of days, all students should have received an email about the Yuba Community College District strategic planning process. As a part of that strategic planning process, there was a survey that went out, and I'm encouraging you to take a few minutes to provide some feedback there. The student voice is incredibly important to us, not only in what we do day to day, whether we have our hours of operation at the right time for you, whether we're providing the right classes, but also the long term. This is an opportunity to make sure that we have the right mission and vision as a district and as an institution. It's an opportunity to share with us what you think the future of this community college should be. So if you would take a few minutes to respond to that survey, we would appreciate it. It will certainly guide us as we move forward with the strategic planning process. The last is really just a note of encouragement. I know that 2020 hasn't been what we all thought it would be. That's probably an understatement. But you do have an opportunity to outsmart and to defeat everything that's happening right now in 2020. And the way that you can do that is by keep moving forward. We will either profit by or pay for whatever it is we choose to do as we're maneuvering through this pandemic. And I'm asking you to try and keep moving your educational journey forward. We're doing what we can to try and create an environment that allows you to continue that journey. And I hope you will realize that as much as this pandemic has taken away, it has also given you an opportunity to keep trudging forward in your college journey. And I hope you will keep that in mind, that you will register for next semester, that you will see that there is an end goal and that you can get there. And we are here to be your partners in that effort. So please keep moving forward. Know that there is going to be an end in sight to this pandemic, that we're going to work through it and find a way out of it. In the meantime, don't give up on your goals. I certainly hope someday soon that I will get to see you either in an online graduation or hopefully one in person, and congratulate you on all of the work that you've done as you cross that stage and get your degree or diploma. So with that, I am going to pass it on to our ASYC representative, the other president here at Yuba College, Zachary Carling.
Thank you. Thank you, Tani. Hello all, that's right, ASYC president here. I want to check in again and just give you an update on what we're doing, ASYC. As she mentioned, right, we're not idle, we're continuing to do stuff. First and foremost is our office hours. It's a resource that does not get used very often at all. But it's a consistent resource we're putting out, waiting for students to utilize it. It's, as the slide shows, we have either some drop-in hours in person, but mostly through Zoom, and currently in the next few weeks, definitely through Zoom. Available for if you want to come in for information, questions about ASYC, about the college, you want to be directed towards resources, you just want someone else to talk to, someone that represents the students, you want to find out what's happening at the college at different levels, and you want to talk to another student, please drop in, contact us at the Zoom link, please do so. Next slide, please. Thank you. So as Tani mentioned before as well, outside in the pouring rain, ASYC, I wasn't personally there. I was there at moral support for those that were the ASYC members collecting donations for a food drive for Yuba College students for Thanksgiving meals in partnering with our Dusty's Pantry on campus. So it's something that was brought to us by, it's of the students and for the students, right? And we're working with the college and our resources to do the best we can to help our students get that Thanksgiving meal. Today, I believe it ended at 4, right? Yeah, so at 4 o'clock the drive ended, so I can't ask you to go and donate, but you can support and make known that's going to be given out on a first come, first served basis. We're billing next week. More details will follow with Dusty's Pantry. And next on the bullet points there, the ASYC campus beautification. So we, ASYC that is, sent out a survey about, say, a month or so ago, and looking for feedback on students and what they'd want different about this college, about this campus in particular. And so we have resources, limited resources, but we want to use them for the betterment of the college and for the students. We being students want to make it better for ourselves as well. And so we got feedback for that. We got a good amount of feedback. I was surprised and encouraged by how many students responded to that survey. And of the top few, there were consistent ones. Some were just beyond our means as a student body, student body government. But we are looking at that, and we are going to make strides to get something done on campus with your feedback. Right now, one of the things we're looking at is improving some of the courtyards and the walkways that we have on campus. So we're going to work with the college, with M&O, or Maintenance Organization, M&O, to figure out what we can do, what is within our means, and then implement that as soon as we can. I would also encourage all of you to get involved in ASYC if at all possible. At the very least, baseline for everyone, come to an ASYC meeting. We're a public entity, or public college, and the student body, are as public as we can be, and we encourage you to come join us. ASYC meetings are held on Tuesdays from 11 to 11:50 on Zoom currently, but we encourage you to log on. The Zoom link right there is consistent, so please do log on. This coming Tuesday, we will not, for Thanksgiving break, but the following week, again, we'll have our regular weekly meetings consistently again. So we encourage you to get involved at least by that. But beyond that, join our team. If you want to, again, learn more about the college, or what was my motivation is try to make a difference for your college, it's a perfect opportunity to join. You get to experience a lot of what happens at the college. You get to find out why things happen, and you get to have your say, and you get to represent the student population at the same time. So I encourage you to join us if at all possible. Find out more about us, contact us, ask us questions, see how we're doing, see if we can help you out at all. Because we are going to be doing stuff, and we can get more stuff done, and we can get better stuff done if we have a better team, if we have a bigger, more involved team. So I encourage you to help us help you. And just a couple more things that we've been trying to work on is working on more events, right? We're still planning for the future, and we're also getting involved with clubs. At the beginning of the semester, the journalism club came back, including the student newspaper online, theprospector.org, if you're interested. And recently, within a couple weeks, we formed a new club called the Sociology Club. So there are ways to get involved, even virtually. So we encourage you to do so, and to please reach out to us with any questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Zachary. Next, we're going to have Roy Martin talk about spring registration and self-service.
Thank you, Carla. As Dr. Dotson mentioned, registration is open. It actually opened yesterday, Monday, November 16th. So you'll have your registration dates. And for those of you that don't know, WebAdvisor has evolved. It is now self-service. My understanding is there's been well over 1,000 students that have been involved in self-service, setting up their new plans. But we realize that it's a transitional process, so we've put in a lot of supports to kind of bring you up to speed on the new self-service. So there is a video out on YouTube, the registering for courses with on self-service. That's that first link there. There is also a remote one-stop center where there'll be live student support on helping you register there. That's the second link there. That's the Zoom. It's open on a regular basis. There are walkthroughs. So for those of you not familiar with the idea of a walkthrough, it's kind of got the pictures and click here and a series of snippets. And that's available if you go through your login portal and then scroll down. There's a select need help tile down there. And then when the search button comes up under the knowledge base there, search for student self-service. And that will take you to some walkthroughs for the required agreements, the student planning, and registration. The last item I'm going to jump down to because it was added here at the end by somebody else. There is a student training that will happen tomorrow. That includes training on registration, with self-service and registration. There's also will be Q&A, and that's that last link there. It is tomorrow at 2:30. And then the link right above that, what talks about remote virtual offices. As you probably have heard, a lot of student services has gone to remote, considering where COVID is headed here recently. And that link will take you to a page that shows all of student services and the links that you can have. And that is live help. So it is an ongoing Zoom room during the hours of operation. You'll go there and there will be a technician there to help you, whether it's, the financial aid piece, the admissions and records, EOP&S, it's all kind of there. There is also a link at the top of that list that will take you back to that remote one-stop center where you can get help with registration directly. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Roy. And next we have, I think Riley is up, and she is going to talk to us about MESA.
Hi, everyone. I'm Riley Frederking. I'm the MESA specialist here at Yuba College. Today, I just wanted to share a little bit about our Yuba College MESA program, especially for those of you who maybe aren't familiar with it. Next slide, please. So what is MESA? MESA, or Math, Engineering, Science Achievement, is an academic support program for first-generation, low-income STEM students. We are a branch of a statewide program that extends to middle schools, community colleges, and universities across California. Next slide, please. Why would you be interested in MESA? Well, MESA, we are here to support you and your goals. Specifically, we do that through university tours, personalized resources, scholarships, connection to other STEM programs and colleges, and we offer fun, personal and professional development workshop opportunities. Recently, we had an Instagram pumpkin carving contest. We toured virtually Sonoma State and Chico State, where we got presentations personalized to our MESA program from the admissions department, financial aid, and even at Chico, their counterpart to our MESA program. So we try our best to offer opportunities both here at the college and at the colleges and universities outside. We focus on assisting with the transfer process to four-year university systems and really try to give a personalized and unique opportunity to connect and network with your peers and campus community. Next slide, please. So you may be wondering, do I qualify for MESA? We do have a few stipulations. First, we ask that students do intend to transfer to four-year universities. This is a financial, there must be a need for financial aid. You must also be a STEM major and specifically having a plan to take or currently taking Math 1A in your degree plan. We also are for first generation students. For those whose parents maybe haven't completed a four-year or graduate degree, and you must be a Yuba College student. If you're not sure if you qualify or not, that's okay. I really encourage you to apply anyways or contact me so that maybe we can discuss and see if MESA is a right fit for you. Next slide, please. So how do we join? We are always accepting applications throughout the academic year. You can either reach out to me, Riley, through email. We also have an application online, really easy. I'll drop the link in the chat when I'm finished. You can also access it through our web page. MESA is a great opportunity. It not only does it look good on college applications and job resumes, but it really is a chance to connect with your peers and campus community, network, and receive that little extra support that you might not otherwise. Okay, so please don't hesitate to reach out. I'd be happy to share the benefits and sit down and discuss what we offer and how you can be a part of it. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Riley, for recruiting for the MESA family. I appreciate all of the information. Next up, I believe we have Jeremy. He's going to be looking for some student voice, I believe.
Yes, so we will be starting up a student advisory panel, and we are actively recruiting students for this. We want students who are representative from across the college. And we're looking for students to give input on our various campus initiatives, things that we are planning, as well as student experience on campus and through COVID online, as well as those support programs and services that we provide, and our different campus life and equity and inclusion activities. We are doing this in partnership with ASYC, and if you have questions or if you're interested, in participating, please reach out to me. My email address is there on the slide, and we'd be happy to have you join the group. We will probably be starting this up in December, should be our first meeting. So let me know if you are interested.
Thank you, Jeremy. And next we have Crystal Fair, who's going to talk about some updates with Campus Life.
Hey everyone, I just wanted to invite you to watch a movie screening on Thursday. I'm sorry, it's November 19th, not 9th, unless I can go back in time. This is going to be More Than a Word, Native American-based forest mascots. And we're showing this movie to align with Native American Heritage Month. This is going to be free, so please, bring some popcorn, some hot chocolate for the day, and join us. We'll watch the movie starting at 3 o'clock and have a brief discussion about it afterwards as well. I do want to say extra thanks to ASYC and Woodland Community College. They will be co-hosting this with Yuba College, and it's going to be a fun opportunity to get to know some of the other students, faculty, and staff from Woodland as well. So we definitely look forward to seeing you on Thursday. And then the only other thing I have to say is stay in touch. Our app, our Facebook, our Instagram, and our Twitter are all active. This is the best way to get upcoming information about what's going on, what services are going to be available and open. Feel free to message us through any of these applications, and stay in touch. So thank you.
Thank you, Crystal. Next person we have to talk about is updates for the bookstore. Jasmine.
Hi everyone, I'm Jasmine. I'm the store manager of the Yuba College Bookstore. I just wanted to provide a little update. I know you're registering for classes or looking at what you're going to be taking, and you need to see your materials. So that is distributed by the bookstore. Right now we are by appointment only, so you can give us a call and we can schedule something, but I have our typical business hours right there, Monday through Thursday 8 to 3 and Friday 8 to 12. You can visit us 24/7 at yubashop.com. Anything that we have in the store and more, you can get on that website. If you're browsing the self-service, the bookstore link, I've put a little picture right there of how you would view that. Under every single class, you'll see a little bookstore link, and when you click that, if your instructor has provided materials to us, it'll be listed. If they haven't, it might say that they're still finalizing, and you can sign up for an email once they've made their decision. Next slide, please. At any time, if you would like to know your personalized shopping list, you can go onto this list.paulettediscover.com/Yuba and enter your student ID and get a list of A to Z of your specific books. So if you were shopping our aisles, it might get a little confusing because there's books all over the place and you're not sure what one is specifically yours. So this website will get you exactly your titles and all the information for it. Next slide, please. And if you have any questions, I have my email and our phone number. We're here for anything you need, any course materials questions you have. If you have any questions about the materials that you've had for the fall that you need to check in, give me a call. We can arrange something. Really anything, we're here for you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jasmine. That is the end of our presentation. Right now, we'd like to open it up to see if you have any questions that we can answer for you.
I do have one question that I got in the chat, and so that was a question if somebody could give an update on the availability of tutoring next semester. So somebody just wants to talk kind of generally about ways students can access tutors.
I believe Christina Vanucci's on here and she can probably answer that.
Yeah, tutoring will be entirely remote next semester. All of our centers will be in operation. We will have scheduled and drop-in tutoring through Sutter and the Hard Math Cafe. I believe that link will stay the same from what it is this semester. There will also be scheduled tutoring on the Marysville campus. That's the CSC for everything with the exception of writing. And I can go ahead and get those links or post a link to our tutoring centers. And then the Writing Language Development Center will also be online and have everything related to writing. And our ESL as well will be in there. Thank you, Riley, for posting the tutoring link. So that will take you to everything, all of your questions, anything that you have related to that, as well as email addresses for all of us that work in the tutoring centers.
Because I talked with Paul
Yes.
about tutoring, and he said there was no history that he knew of.
No, we should have history tutoring next semester. We do it based off of the classes that are offered, the students that request tutoring, as well as the faculty that approve our tutors. And
Yeah,
so
'cause in
we
the
should be
summer,
able to have
tutoring,
something.
With the Spanish tutoring that was happening.
We should also, for our online courses right now, we also contract with an outside provider. So not only do we have in-house providers, we have outside providers, and it's Net Tutor. And that should be in your course shell for a history class next semester if you don't get a personal one from our specific campus, from our specific instructor. There still should be that available to you.
Which place?
It's called Net Tutor, and it'll be in your Canvas shell
Yeah,
when you enroll in your class, okay, if it's an online class.
yeah.
And reach out to any of the tutoring centers too, and we will definitely provide support for you, okay?
Okay, yeah, because I'm in high school, so I'm just trying to.
We still have tutoring even if you're in high school.
Yeah,
And good for you.
it's nice to get started early.
I see another question in the chat box right now that says if I wanted to join EOPS, they said I needed to send in the application via mail, but I do not know where to send it. Where do I send this application? And I believe Chris is on here and she might be able to provide an answer to that.
What I did is I posted the link to where it can be sent in the chat box. Once I hit, there we go.
Thank you, Chris. Any other questions that we can help you with? You've got all of us here right now. If you have any burning questions, please ask us. Now is the perfect time.
I think I went to I didn't go to the high school registration meeting today, but my question is, so I just do what I did last semester for joining self-service, Roy?
Roy, you might be best able to answer that one.
Yeah.
With
I'm having
registration.
some internet issues, so I'm not going to use the video.
Okay.
So yes, if last time you completed your pink form with your high school, your signature, your parent's signature, and then submitted it to ycadmissions@yccd.edu, is that what you did last time?
Yeah, and then if there was a unit overload, you'd sign it.
Right, then it would be signed off if there was unit overload. And then what would happen is you can submit that now, and then you would be essentially pre-registered for any section of the classes that you were interested in. And then at 12:01 a.m. on December 7th, which is the dual enrollment high school registration day, you could go in and register yourself for any available section.
Okay, and then I would be told later, like I can't say yes, I'm in already. They will let me know.
Right, yeah, correct, because the high school registration day is not until December 7th. If you send the form now, we will pre-register you, and then you can register yourself into whichever section works for you.
So the same form as last year, but I just need this counselor to sign as well.
You would need, well, your high school counselor, correct?
Yeah.
Yes, correct. You would need your high school counselor or a representative from your high school, correct?
Okay, thank you.
Yep. So send it sooner than later.
Definitely.
Okay.
I'm the person that waits till the first minute to do that.
All right.
Oh, here's a good question. How are sports working out right now? We actually have our athletic director on here, and Eric, can you please provide some answers?
The the sports programs have been doing some conditioning this semester, and actually it hasn't been the whole semester, it was partial of the semester. And it's mostly been just conditioning and very, very limited activity related to their sport. There's no sharing of equipment, that kind of stuff. So it's mostly just been the non-fun part of sports and conditioning. And while we have regressed in the county a little bit to purple, so we have suspended that in the short term, and hopefully maybe before the end of the semester we'll get back to that. But sports are planning on having sports seasons in the spring. Even the fall sports seasons will be pushed out to the spring. But those are still up in the air as far as whether or not they will happen, but we're planning as though they will happen. And hopefully, stay positive, wear your masks, socially distance, so that we can have a community that allows us to do this kinds of stuff. Did that answer the question?
I think so. Thank you, Eric.
Yep.
Anybody else have any questions? This is a quiet group tonight. I think it's the weather. I feel like I'm asking a lot of questions, but I have another one. Of course, keep asking. If you fail a course, is it possible to retake it again at a later time, or can you no longer take it? I think I know the answers to this, but I'm going to turn it over to the experts yet again. And I believe either Chris, Daleks, or Roy could probably answer these questions.
Who wants to jump in and answer the question?
You are there.
So if you do fail a course, you can retake the course. If you failed it twice and you want to take it a third time, you do need to meet with a counselor to complete a petition. But definitely you can retake a course.
I feel like I'm like the only student here that's asking questions.
You're probably asking questions they're afraid to ask, Angela. So keep going. You and Anna can keep asking for everybody.
I'm in high school. I'm not even shy.
Well, I mean, I'm part of the ASYC, so I'm kind of trying to put that representation out there that some people might be too afraid to ask. You know. That one about the failing a class may or may not be a personal question.
Sure. And the hard thing too is, and we recognize that sometimes you don't even know what to ask because you don't know yet. So that's why we're trying to set up these meetings and just kind of give some information to all of you as well that maybe you didn't know were available at the time. And hopefully you've learned something tonight, and, you know, we can help provide support for you even, you know, at a distance.
Yeah, I myself being a freshman, you know, being fully online in the middle of a pandemic is an interesting experience, because usually freshman year you're full of excitement, you get to go to campus, you get to complain about college finals.
Who knew you get to throw in, you get to complain about a national pandemic too?
In a way, I'm kind of happy because I can take classes during my high school classes with no conflicting times, and I don't have to drive anywhere. I just need to press a link. So it's helpful.
Great outlook, ladies. Great outlook.
Yeah, because then there's no excuse to, okay, I can't travel anywhere. Do college while you can. And it's free in high school. That's another thing.
True. All right, I'm not seeing any more questions come in through the chat, so I'm going to turn this over to our president again to see if she has some closing words for us.
Yeah.
Hi.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, I had a question.
Sure.
We're ready.
What are you guys gonna do for the physical education classes? Are you guys still holding those on Zoom, or would there not be any for the semester?
In the spring, I have them scheduled to be face-to-face at times, and hopefully that's what we're allowed to do. We tried some online classes this semester, and we shifted classes last semester online, the activity stuff, and it's less than ideal. And so my teachers, our instructors, our coaches, and myself included, were super motivated to get some physical activity in, and we hope to have conditioning classes or PE classes or kinesiology classes face-to-face next semester. And if we are allowed, they will be with protocols of distancing and having pre-screen and all that kind of stuff. But I believe they'll be very helpful to our students to get some physical activity in, and that's our plan. That's our hope. Right, as of right now, they're scheduled to be face-to-face, so enroll in them.
Okay, I tried to enroll into a physical to PE class yesterday, but I couldn't find any.
Look under kinesiology. They're listed under kinesiology.
Okay, thank you.
You bet.
Kind of going along with that face-to-face classes, in terms of labs, would labs like biolabs, chem labs, would those still be offered, or would those be online? How would that sort of thing work?
Hi, Angela. This is Michael Bagley. I'm the Dean of STEM and Social Sciences. So your question is like next semester, how is the science labs going to go? Right now, most, if not all, the labs will be online. We do have one chemistry faculty member that has been doing some face-to-face until we turn to the purple color for having to shut it down. But if you're looking at biology or most of the science classes, they'll be online. But the labs and the technology and the faculty work to get them to be really innovative and fun online, I've been really impressed, and a lot of the students have said that, you know, some of them actually like it more. But I mean, that's the case for next semester.
If we can wear facial coverings, social distance, don't come to school when you're sick, etc. We hopefully will be able to curb the cases here, which are, you know, going up very quickly. And if the cases can stay flat or start decreasing, it increases our opportunities to do things face to face. Certainly our best chance is if we can move out of the purple phase. It gives us a lot more options, you know, and subsequently continue to decline. But we need to be in a position where cases aren't actively increasing, particularly at the rate that they are right now, in order for us to do some of that stuff face to face. So our group contribution to it can be to wear facial coverings and, you know, social distance, make sure that we're not going anywhere when we're sick. Well, I will close this out here. I just want to emphasize, I think what one of the students said better than I did myself, and you know, that is that the pandemic has certainly taken a lot of things away from us, but it's also given us an opportunity to try and keep moving things forward. And our goal is to try and do everything that we can to keep everybody's education journey moving forward. So I am hopeful that you will, you know, keep pushing. If you have any other questions, we'll stay on here for a few minutes, but that's the end of our formal program, and we appreciate you joining us tonight to get some updates about what's happening at Yuba College. Thanks for being here.